This video will explore the world underneath and whatever I can do creatively using cheats in Grid Runners. Grid Runners does not allow the creative mode to be used, even if the settings say creative mode. Even if you set the game to creative mode in settings, it will revert to adventure mode when you go back into the game itself. So in the course of this video, if I say I'm in creative mode, I am actually not. I am working creatively using cheats. And so I teleported to 0, 0, 0 and fell out of the world, died, and respawned. Then I tried 0, 25, 0 because the original spawn point when you open the game is about an altitude or y coordinate of about 27. But evidently I was still in the world, but with no support. I fell down to an altitude of 4. So the other thing that I have done to cheat is to give @p map, and there is the third map in the third box in the inventory, and also give @p compass, and that is how I got 2 maps. So this is the map of this world. This first map that I did earlier is a map of the central core of the grid constellation, and I'll put it back on this. Actually, I'll get out of the maps altogether, and let's go on over to the world, to the intended world where we're intended to be. I'll have to teleport. 272 10 527. Oh, I am below the main areas of the game that are intended as grids. I've entered 272 7 527, and yes, this is the center of the core area of the grid, but about 20 blocks lower down, and up there the original spawn point is 272 27 527. So that is confirmed. So that is north, and Emerald is north. The game actually starts. The first grid is iron, and that's nice. The little blocks up there kind of give you a clue as to what it is. This is south. The next grid will be gold, and there's the gold block up there. And then emerald, and then diamond. So I usually get my bearings in a world by figuring out where north is. So we have north, east, south, and west. Now I am going to try to get under the emerald grid, and then I am going to try to guess coordinates. Notice that the magenta chunk does not come all the way down to touch the bottommost level of the ground, as it does in some of the other grids. I am now within the magenta chunk. There is no separate ceiling above the magenta chunk. I can see directly to the major emerald grid command block platform. There is no direct connection to the core. However, you can see the core through the doorway here. I have used commands to get night vision. It is quite dark down here. This is the area where one would have to defeat the beast or defeat the monsters, which will be spiders. The mirror image of the blue side is over there. I am on the yellow side. You can see coordinates up in the upper left-hand corner. After defeating the beast in the game, one would come over to this passageway. And this is a duplicate structure, but without the mobs and without the tools and equipment that are provided to the player in the real game. After completing that section of the grid comes the catch the fish section, and this just really illustrates the duplicate structures that are down in this particular magenta chunk. Next comes the pick the flower duplicate section that duplicates what is up above. You can see the mirror image over there. There are no zombies and there are no shears in the inventory because this is just a structure without all the connections to the commands in the course. Next is the bake the cake section. Over to the upper left you can see the wheat, which is at a high level in this bake the cake portion of the grid, and you can see the chicken machine with that dispenses the egg after pressing the button. And this is where the cow would be if you do the task in proper sequence. There's a chest with sugar over there. There is a bucket dispenser which will actually dispense. There may be a command block under this section. That would be something to explore because it does actually dispense buckets. And do I have 3 buckets? If you had 3 buckets, you'd have to go back down to the cow, open the gate, jump up, click on the cow 3 times to get milk in the bucket. After getting sugar canes from a chest with sugar canes, let's see, where are we? Chest with sugar canes over there. Back to the crafting table, make sugar from the sugar canes, then combine the ingredients for the cake, bake a cake, put it in the hopper. But we cannot do that here. And here is where the magenta building or chunk ends. In the real course up above, the course would continue. I have dropped down to about 260.11.404. There is the replica bake the cake section above me. and there are the command blocks. So in order for that pressure plate to produce buckets, even in the replica, I knew there had to be command blocks somewhere to make that happen. I am beneath the central core, looking toward the emerald section, and we have completed a tour of this large magenta chunk. The chunk contains replica structures of the grid above, and here is a side view of that magenta chunk. If you look across the way, you can see that the two of the magenta chunks farther over touch the ground, and the third big magenta chunk does not. Thank you. Bye.